Bruh.
Hey, traders. Happy Labor Day to you. Thanks for tuning in. I know we're a little late. I mean, an hour late, but just, eating with family. Eating brisket, barbecue. It's what you do, man. So, I'm back. Bitcoin. Starting to see a little rally here. Got the wrong Bitcoin ticker up there. Still from when Coinbase shut down. Hold on a sec. This will take a minute, but yeah. So there was a little bit of a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, but the MACD wasn't really there with it. Wasn't playing ball because we always look for separation histogram islands, and we didn't have it. It's like the same freaking histogram islands. So you think, all right, we get a little rally here. 60-minute was also showing some RSI bullish divergence too. And so that could just be, at a critical support after so much selling, insignificant time scales. We get a little rally, but it's not like a major swing trade type rally, right? Where this could rally up, you keep going, and then, we eventually make a lower high, and then we just dump again. And then we come double bottom, and we make a lower low. So people getting a little excited. It's Bitcoin's up $117 right now. What is going on? No. Oh, good God, man. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I just got home, too, so I'm just like... scanned a lot of charts earlier today. Labor Day, right? That's what it's called. So, like, 4-hour RSI, low, lower low, about the same low, slightly higher low, maybe convergence. Just continued on making... It was just diverging, right? So, 60-minute, though, a little bit more clear. Right, where it's just like the same thing almost, right? A low... the lower low, about the same low with higher levels every time, and so you're just starting to break to the upside some, but it doesn't ensure much higher prices. You think we could come up and test 10,550 as a resistance? I mean, that's the target. I mean, that is definitely the target right now for Bitcoin. Eventually to test 10,550 like it did before. If it breaks it, there's a possibility we could see 10,952 for just a common everyday retrace, right? I mean, just using a discernible swing high on the 4-hour, not talking about this previous high before, just this one here, high to the low, you're at a 23% retrace. You never even touched a 382. I mean, really, since this swing low, you're now hitting the 236 again, and so nice kind of a bullish hammer engulfing candle right here, off critical support with a little RSI divergence. Okay, it's a little bit of an edge. But again, for a major swing trade, I just don't think so. Not quite yet, man. Why do we have to settle? Why do we have to force an edge to be there when there maybe isn't as strong of an edge as you'd think to be there? So, I mean, look, man, you run up 10,683. That's a 38% retrace. 50% retrace, 10,950. That wouldn't even be crazy. The 50% retrace lines up with the 10,950 support resistance from 2019. And you got to go back, right here, August of 2019, right there, 1 and 2, August 19th, September 6th. All right, so even at these levels on a rally, it doesn't mean everything's good again. It just means common retraces could occur. You know how we do it over and over and over with Fibonacci? This is your golden zone. 11,200 is your golden retrace. Not crazy. So you get a common retrace, you dump again, you double bottom, and that's when we're looking for the separation of histogram islands for that edge that we so covet, right? So, I mean, to be completely candid with you here, across the cryptosphere, it's about the exact same thing on all the charts, where it's like, well, RSI, a little bit of divergence. And, I don't know, man, is there an edge on this? Well, Bitcoin dumps, who even cares, right? So, let's look to futures real quick, where futures been pretty good across the board. As we were looking yesterday, this dump was happening as I was live, and it seems like it normalized before I ended stream, and it's just gone sideways ever since. All these impulses right here. So yeah, climbing, not bad, man. We'll see if the S&P can pivot. The S&P will be opening tomorrow. It was closed today for the holiday. Just remember what happened. It was not even a big deal, dude, at all. I mean, it's a big deal if you FOMO'd in at the top, sure. But if you watch the stream and you understand what gap fills are, if you understand what backtesting support is, the dump on the S&P 500 was almost expected. Okay, so, I mean, that gap right there from August 24th filled it. Backtested old resistance as support. Closed the week above it. Not bad. So, yeah, I mean, this could just continue on up. Test the heart line again, whatever. I don't know, man. Let's you can go to Ethereum, sure, if you want. I mean, look, dude, what does that look like? It's sure, it could completely not be it, but I mean, I'm just looking at like the impulse down. You're starting to consolidate up. Is it a bear flag? I don't know. You could run all the way up to 372 again and still be contained within the parameters of that small structure, right? RSI divergence, they wasn't there, and you could try to argue and say that's classic bullish divergence, but I'm telling you, man, separation of histogram islands. So we get a rally. Maybe we do go to 370, 372. Heck, man, we go to 377. We back test the bottom trend line of this ascending broadening wedge as resistance and hit the top of the flag at the same time. People just think, oh, we're good now, and then it sells off again. And when it sells off again, we come back down to $316. Maybe we even come down to $287, and then we show real divergence. That'd be great, but we just, I don't know, man. One impulse down and then a small amount of consolidation. Even if it does resoundingly recover from here, as a swing trader, that's not where we take our opportunities. We don't take chances there. Like, we have to wait for more data. We just don't have any. All right, not enough anyway. Hello. Yeah, Bitcoin futures, by the way, yeah, they're good. 10,410, about the exact same price as spot. Not bad, man. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the Dow Jones Industrial up 250 points right now. That's good, man. I don't know, man. It's just like across the board. What I like about crypto is the fact that they're all these cryptos, a lot of them are at these really critical areas, like these critical supports that are horizontal, and it's like, dang, dude, if you break this, it's over. It could be over. Like Bitcoin Cash, perfect example of one that's good but not good enough, right? Where it's at where we want it to be, but by gosh, we just don't have the exhaustion, the seller exhaustion we're looking for. And, you know, again, like, it doesn't mean that it can't break to the upside and run all the way up to 277 here. It's just like, you know, we don't want to just be randomly gambling. We don't want to be flipping a coin. We want to have a little bit more of an edge than just a coin flip. So that's why you look for seller exhaustion on the offsides. We just don't have any at these levels. But again, that just means flip a coin. Doesn't mean that it's going to break down next. It's just like, again, you have a system that you want to go by, where you're looking for the same things over and over and over on multiple charts. Either a really nice structure and an uptrend, like like inverse head and shoulders or something, or exhaustion after deep retraces, which this certainly is a deep retrace on Bitcoin Cash. I mean, look what it hit and no lower. I mean, these trend lines have been here, dude. 202, its lowest point. It's now 228. And if it holds here long enough, you're thinking that it come up 245. Test that again. If you ever break 245, probably going to 278. So, you know what I'm saying, man? It's just, it's good, but not quite good enough. For me, anyway. I mean, you know how we do it, man. Divergence, exhaustion, blah, blah, blah. Coinciding variables. Across the board, which other ones? I mean, like, I think IOTA was another one where I'm just, like, weirded out by it. I'm like, look at this, dude. Post this, patrons. Like, this is a textbook bullish bat pattern. I mean, look where it's at. 88% retrace, the pattern completion zone. And the pattern completion zone just happens to be confluent with a horizontal line resistance looking left from June 3rd, 2020, right? Look, July 10th, July 13th, right? Critical support area. You're hitting a PCZ of a harmonic, but not really showing the most amazing amount of divergence. But hey, maybe a scrub inverse head and shoulders going on, right? I mean, springing, back testing the spring might be good enough to get us a nice rally, but I don't know if the rally, because, like, the daily and stuff, right? So we're looking for, like, divergence on the daily, which I don't think IOTA has. I mean, it could. Hold on, let's see. No, absolute nothing, dude. No edge on the daily. Just holding support. That's about it. And a PCZ. when you get like exhaustion on daily time scales, that's when you can get, that's when it's like, you know, that the follow through price action, if it played out, would take you to much higher prices. But if you don't have that on the daily, the follow through price action you might get on the 4 hour, because it's looking okay, could just run up to 31 cents, could run up to like 35 cents before reversing the downside after making a lower high. So I don't know, man, it's just, it takes time to get all the stuff we really want. Not saying like it can't reverse here violently. This is a good area, perceived value area for sure. Right? I mean, that's just stuff I've been looking at today. It's kind of like that everywhere in crypto. Engine wrecked? Yeah, certainly wrecked. But look where it is. This is what's crazy. Yes, destroyed, devastated, right? But look, the way we've been looking at, you know, it's like that weekly cup with handle, man. Look where it is, dude. It's at this June 27th low. From the low point to high point of the shark or whatever that went a little higher, golden mean ratio. But the problem is, at this level, there's no seller exhaustion. So it's like, yeah, this, for a scalper, this might be a great area. Low risk, high reward opportunity. But it may run up and make a lower high and then just dump again violently, and then you get a lower low double bottom, and that's when we're looking for the divergence. Just broken record here, man. It's the same thing everywhere in their own respective ways. Okay? So interesting, but, and it's like stuff we want to watch and pay attention to, and it's cool. Don't know, like, you know, taking action on it is tougher because it's just not as strong of an argument, right? And the arguments we present here are with technical analysis, and each variable adds to the argument, right? And the more variables we have, the stronger the argument, the stronger the case for the trader, right? So the US dollar, why not, right? Because that has it's a big player in terms of what could be going on for gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto, right? All right, here it is. DXY has not done too much at all. Still below that 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Still showing that hidden bearish divergence. I don't know if it is considered to be played out yet. I don't think so. Eventually, I really do think it would. I would be a little surprised if the US dollar fell below 92.55 and then sprung back above it and never back tested it to see, you know, and that's what market participants push it down to see if that support can become support again, or if you test it, then you fail and you dump below it. You know, that's more confirmation that this bearish trend could continue, right? Pro, not good, doing too much right now, right? All right, so that's the US dollar. What does it affect? It can affect gold, right? Look at the gold chart, where you are still above critical areas for now. It's almost a coin flip. You'd think like it might not be, you know, it's a bullish, very bullish trend, right? It's been one for like a year and a half. So 1920, man, you know what that is. For people that don't know, go to the daily and then look all the way back to 2011, and it's the highest high of all time for this asset. Gotta scroll a while, dude. There it is, right? Pinpoint accurate, September 14th. Nah, I don't know what date it was exactly. It was September 5th, 2011, I guess. Maybe the 6th or 7th. So that's where you're above right now. And you're testing it and testing it and testing it, trying to hold on. So that's good. I mean, I think below that you could have a nasty dump. Something I kind of like on Bitcoin, if you believe it or not, like I like it on Bitcoin and gold, how both assets have not seen positive momentum on the daily since August 10th. So we're talking like an entire month now. So eventually that's going to go positive again. I mean, you might not get too much follow the price action, but you'll get some to get you in positive Momo territory. So that's one, you know, we got that going for us, which is nice, right? Dang, you gotta wonder. It's just like, I don't like the distribution. Who likes classic distribution, consecutive lower highs? But I do like the fact that we're above the ice line again. and showing positive Momo again. This is our first histogram island since the beginning of the month. It's been a week. No idea, man. Not much of it, not too much of an edge, right? All I can do when there's no edge is talk about support resistance and where things could go if they fall below those supports, or if they hold those supports, where they go. I mean, like if gold holds the support and catches bids and makes another consecutive higher lows now, price contraction. I mean, your first target pretty much is 1989, and then each peak before it. If you want this uptrend, this major uptrend to continue, I mean, it is a certainty. Gold must break around $2,000 and hold above it. Really, both of these highs need to be broken. So, you know what I'm saying? Not much of an edge, man. So again, I hope you're having a wonderful Labor Day, where we celebrate the worker, which is the most ironic Labor Day of all time. It's the fact that we have government mandates preventing people from laboring, and it's destroying businesses, small businesses especially. So yeah, weird times. Yeah, copper is killing it, doing very well. Platinum, same thing. Platinum's like springing and back testing a spring, breaking down sloping resistance from many years ago. Yeah, precious metals looking pretty good. Weekly bull flag on gold. I don't know, man. I don't know. Weekly bull flag? No weekly bull flag per se. I don't think it's much of any structure right now. Just some impulses up, and then we got consolidation going on. Nothing wrong with that. Look on the weekly. Hadn't seen negative momentum on gold since March 30th, and you're losing all your positive momentum, about to be neutral again. So I guess the good news is for the weekly, there's no buyer exhaustion per se, right? It's not like no impending price action, reversal of the downside stuff. That's great. It's all bullish convergence. That's great. So, I mean, just fundamentally, you think about what they're doing in the US dollar. You think if justice is done, this should dump eventually again, and this should big time pump. I mean, in time. Like, yeah, we're gonna have our ebbs and flows, our ups and downs for months on end, weeks on end, whatever, corrections, but you think the uptrend should continue on gold for the coming year or more, right? It just might take a few months before it starts going again. So I don't know, man. Maybe 60 minutes showing something. Maybe like Bitcoin, a little RSI. Yeah, a little bit of MAC. Yeah, that's like bullish convergence, higher low right there. This is interesting, right? Where all you were doing since the top has been making lower lows, but now something's changing. You're trying to pivot to make a higher low than your previous low for the first time, right? Since the dump started September 1st. So that could be something very interesting and something to watch on gold. Maybe the momentum is starting to shift on a somewhat insignificant time scale. You gotta keep your eye on it, man. I'm telling you, that's how it starts. Higher lows finally after the lowest low. I guess you gotta, 60 minutes, you gotta admire a little bit of the volume, high volume, and not much follow through, right? Which is good. That means a lot of work, a lot of effort the bears put in, but they couldn't push the price lower than the previous all-time high. That's good. It's not bad. Volume signature. Okay. So what other one? Like V channels looking at, I almost like wash my hands up. Like, I don't even know what to do now, man. Like, yeah, really nice bullish divergence, kind of double bottoming on the 60 minute. But remember, the 60 minute it can play out in the 60 minute, and you're never going to hit real swing trading targets, right? When we strategize, it just won't be equitable. It'll run up, make a lower high than this high, and make a 78% retrace, and then dump again. So 60 minutes good. It can start there, but we're really always looking for that 4-hour edge, which, yeah, RSI, you could have, MACD, you definitely had it here on VeChain. You know what this 1.1 cent area is, right? Once you broke this is where you knew we were going. This was mentioned. This is the Walmart rumor high. You have to go all the way back, dude. June of last year. It's just one little scrub wick, and that's where we're pivoting, okay? It's gorgeous. So, yeah, starting to rally there. Tested it 3 different times. And, Not sure. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, if Bitcoin like makes a lower high and then dumps again, this is going to get shattered, and it's going to eventually fall below 1.1 cents and see 8.89 tenths of 1 cent. So you're hoping. I mean, this could be the bottom on VeChain. Could be. 4-hour divergence was better than most others I've seen on this market. And I was messing around with the harmonic, I think, or trying to make sense of it. I guess it wasn't this one. So, what have you done? You almost hit a 61.8% retrace. I mean, you were so close, but again, support stopped it from happening. For now. Right, and if you look at the daily, there's certainly no edge, right? It's just looking kind of like Bitcoin's histogram, where it's just extended amounts of time with negative momentum. August 14th is the last time we saw a positive Momo, man. So eventually, like that would reverse, and you end up running up, making a lower high, and then dumping again. Killer. But so the good news, I guess, like, you know, just generally speaking, like on Bitcoin, right? Looking at the daily, which we haven't done yet, look at this, man. I mean, this is the very critical support, a weekly support. 99.50 is not a joke. Well, we're showing multiple wicks down there, multiple touches, and we're starting to try to reverse here. I mean, so that's good. You know, below 99.50, there's a good chance 8,500 would be in store next. Okay, I mean 9,000, 9,200, sure, local lows, but the weekly critical support's 8,500. So, I mean, pivoting here actually makes sense. That's been the case, right? This high from May 6th, you're testing as support, and you could rally, but it doesn't ensure you're going to make higher highs than previous highs. Now, if we had classic bullish divergence, I would feel more confident to believe. And some people, like literally some people, I guess, could try and argue that from this low, this discernible low on the daily from July of this year to this new low, people could argue and say, hey, no matter what, man, doesn't even matter. It's still hidden bullish divergence because these are two discernible valleys. This is a new valley in development right now. So it doesn't matter what happened as long as you make a higher low than your previous low. That could be considered hidden bullish divergence, I guess. I mean, really. So, okay, if we're showing like some hidden bullish divergence at a critical weekly support resistance, local support resistance, and an upsloping support of the channel, okay, maybe we could rally there and we get it could be a big one, man. What's up, April?
Is that a joint?
Thanks for the 420 contribution. Good to see you. Thank you. Happy Labor Day. So, you know, maybe, man, maybe. It's just not that clean. It's not very clean. I don't want to be thinking like, hey, that's it, dude. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence now. Well, what about, you know, what about before like this? What about before like this? Oh, so now this time it's going to work, dude. That's just not really, I mean, I get it. Bitcoin's the heart and soul of this market. It really is. And it's the marketability of Bitcoin. A lot of you are here because you typed Bitcoin live. But, you know, again, as the trader who does not care what this magnified ticker says, BTC USD, it could say anything. We're looking for the same stuff on multiple time scales. Doesn't matter where we are, right? So Bitcoin's going to go up, it's going to go down, and we just wait for an edge so we can trade it, all right? And there are opportunities. If you're a patron, you certainly know there are opportunities. I mean, look what I was doing today. All those charts, posting them. Setups, dude. Just maybe not on this market. So, I mean, you just go to, you pick an S coin. We go to XRP. And not much going on with XRP. I mean, I look at him and see, yeah, it's deep retrace, dude. Yep. But, you know, it just looks identical to Bitcoin. It's holding a support from May. For the first time, it's back testing it. So very good. Right, very, very good. Bitcoin rallies. Look, man, here you go. Right, a low on price, a higher low. The same argument I was just using on Bitcoin for XRP. Hidden bullish divergence is definitely a possible argument. Even the RSI is making, it's like checking your math. It almost makes it the same, right? Where you had a low here, and now you're making a much higher low with lower levels. So, I mean, the daily oscillators on XRP are saying impending price action, continuation to the upside. It might happen off this support. It could. So one thing about XRP on the 4-hour was nice is you really did have bullish divergence. Look, man, I've got a clear discernible low and a new lower low, and you have higher levels of relative strength. So I mean that is one of the only ones I've seen like that across this market, and just holding this local high, right? Yeah, 23.5 cents. You got it? I mean, that's it, dude. It's like, it's okay, man. It's just not that great. It's okay. So yeah, interesting, but it's, you know, I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over again. So, like, it's the same. Look, go to Ethereum Classic. Man, what? How bad? This is worse. This is actually really bad. Okay, you got ETC that's like below critical support resistance, like big time. I mean that's kind of to be. We don't expect things, but we could expect an asset on this market that gets 51% attacks in like 2 months. Yeah, we could expect almost this to do terrible or to just be bad. I mean, remember, like, this was a trade setup in July, right? Mid-July, and it hit like what, 2 targets of the 3, and that was it. So trader's market, man. And now, is there a structure? Absolutely not. There's no structure here to trade. Look how large this pattern was from June 11th to July 9th. Like a 5-week large structural development. Right now, we just had a huge impulse down, and it's just crapping around. There's nothing to do here, man. Right? And that's like that across the market in a lot of ways. Even if they route to the upside, who cares? I mean, it's like good. Yeah, coin flip. What's up, Robert? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Just back to Bitcoin futures at 10,420.
Is that a joint?
It's hanging there. A little bit higher than spot. Nasdaq's not doing much. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, you know, Labor Day. The stock market's closed. I mean, gold's not doing much. It's in an interesting spot. I mean, crypto's an interesting spot, but it's just like collectively, there's not too much to talk about, right? Not much is going on besides, oh, we're up $100 on the day after losing, you know, like Ethereum lost 30% of its value in like 4 or 5 days. I mean, it's pretty monumental sell-off. So yeah, of course you're going to get little rallies on scrub divergence, and doesn't mean it's going to make a higher high. Thanks for the 1,081 people tuned in as we just spend this holiday waiting for an edge in crypto. So we look across other markets and we found an edge. You got to wonder, the question this week is, will that rotation that's been occurring for the past, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's only been like, here's the thing, like we look at the value assets, right? The financials, restaurants, entertainment, and all that have been beaten down. You know, they've been overall. I think it's the composite operator has been quietly accumulating his position, acquiring his position, while tech's been selling off. It's like, you got to wonder, is that continuation going to happen, you know, this coming week, or is tech just going to have a resounding bounce or something?
How's about my favorite Malaysian condom company, CarX Berhad?
I don't know, dude. Thanks for the 5. Terrible. Yeah, dude. I mean, bad. Double top. Big double top. Potential double top, right? Hasn't broken the neckline yet, but I mean, it may not. But 1 peak, 2 peaks. Bearish divergence was there. Right now, it's played out, and now you're making a higher low. So I don't know, man. Like, do I see an edge for a trade? Do I see I mean, this is the 4 hour. I mean, do I see any kind of structure? Nope. I don't see anything for me right now as a trader. Sorry, I was sneezing. No discernible double top on the daily. There it is. You're back below critical ice line from July 2018. I'm thinking time we could see 66.5 cents, but we already have. So I don't know. I mean, maybe if CarX ever somehow ends up pivoting higher than the previous low, then yeah, you could argue and say there might be some hidden bullish divergence in development on the daily, which would be cool. And then you break 94 cents, and then you'd probably come over to test 117 again. But it's just not it's not clear yet. I mean, you're at your highest level of negative momentum. So you know what we do? We wait for the variables we need. Most of the time, you're not going to have the variables that we need as swing traders. So we just keep scanning. We keep looking, right? You keep scanning, and then you apply the technical analysis that you've learned here by inquiring. You know, hey man, I think I'm onto something. Is this good? It's like, yeah, it actually looks amazing, man. Like, perfect examples. Like, what are you looking for, man? We're looking for things like this. We're looking for LHX, okay? We're looking for at PCZs, at pattern completion zones. We're looking for bullish divergence, right? 786s, and then after, oh my God, a bullish reversal pattern is created after the PCZ is achieved in a higher low. Okay, well, this is what you want, man. Like, after drawdowns, harmonics, and divergence, and then Bulkowski patterns, okay, and you got targets. So this is what you're looking for. There's a lot of things that we look for. I mean, just different. It doesn't have to be a harmonic at all, right? It can be an asset that had a big drawdown, has achieved a double bottom, is now making substantially higher lows than previous lows. Accumulation, right? A lot of accumulation, and so just complexity here, right? You know, if you ever break 1937, there's a good chance you'll run up $24 real quick, real easy. So, I mean, Spirit Airlines, yeah, airline companies, right? Who cares about airline companies? Well, maybe people looking for yields. Institutions care about airline companies because it might be easier to trade these patterns, to play it out, right? Let it run up. So then, you know, buying and trying to get into Tesla again or something, right? I mean, we have a rusting moon. What does that mean, dude? That's some sort of joke, dude. So I don't know, man. I mean, like, I guess, yeah. Oroco. Gap filled. Not really sure what I'm gonna be able to do here. Look, an asset like this.
Could you take a look at Orc Foraco Resources? I hold shares, not trading. It's a news-driven play, but I'd be interested in your TA, please. Thanks.
No. I mean, you're trying to hold on to whatever this is. Some green candle from June of last year. I mean, do I even plot that? I have no idea, because look what happened after that close. It just opens down here. It's just weird, man. An asset with 134,000 volume per day is illiquid. It's too illiquid to trade, and I know you just said you're holding it, but you know, when we're trying to apply technical analysis to an asset, you want to have liquidity. So, I mean, if you don't hold 53.75 cents, 42.92 cents is the next target easily. I mean, no problem, man. Probably bearish divergence with higher high. Maybe not, right? Yep, absolutely. There's bearish divergence. The reversal's already started, right? I mean, if you'd told me to look at it, you know, a couple days ago, I'd say the same thing. It was on both oscillators too, right? Exhaustion. A little bit of exhaustion. On both oscillators. Alright, so impending price action, reversal to the downside, it will started. So now you're going to test, I mean, I guess whatever you're testing now, and 53.75 cents. And again, if you don't hold that, then you got a target of 42.92 cents. 42.92 cents, whatever. Okay, so that's it. God, whatever I plotted doesn't even exist on the daily. Look, I mean, see, that's what I hate about these. Like, look, it's there, but it's not on the daily. So good luck analyzing this stuff because of that, right? Yeah, so these aren't really ones to look at, man. I mean, you could, but good luck. All right, liquidity. Like, your criteria needs to be 1 million volume 10-day average, right? Minimum. Okay, I don't know, I'm back on Bitcoin. It was like, you know, 12 minutes, 40 some seconds until your daily candle close. And, you know, that being said, we go to the daily again on Bitcoin. And we are at very interesting support. And someone could argue, maybe, that there could still be extended hidden bullish divergence, because it doesn't matter where Bitcoin pivots at, as long as it makes a higher low than 9,200 or so, 9,053. So if you go the weekly, it makes a lot of sense why there might be some sort of pivot, because look left, right? What if you, oh man, look at the weekly, it could be painting a bullish pin bar. That'd be nice. Bullish pin bar reversal already after testing and holding critical support back from 2018, man. All right, like we had the Three Gorges Dam, and below that was only 99.50. Now 10,550 was something, and we're not going to close. Well, we closed below it, unfortunately. So all we can do now is look left, and it's like if you break, it's between 9,600 and 9,950. If you break that, yeah, you're going down to 8,500, probably. So it's not over. It was just like the harmonic, right? The bear shark reversal area, 88%, 78% in between the deep retraces. You pull back, and the pullback's been very shallow for now. I mean, remember, you're talking like a 50% retrace from your lowest low to highest high. It's like 81.50, man. So this is still very shallow.
Did we fill the CME gap on BTC?
I'll tell you. Thanks, Porgan. No, we did not. The gap still remains open. Here it is. The gap fill that is at 9,600, 9,960. No. We got as low on futures 98.80. So no. Not oversold. Negative momentum's at its highest level. There's no edge here. Right? Not on the daily, not on a significant time scale. 98.35. We never even tested that, though we were so close, right? May of 2018, its own high. Mystery. Yeah, you didn't even test it, so. Kind of crazy price action. This is what happens when markets close and open, right? So, you know, it's like, you know, if I'm saying bullish pin bar, it's far too early in the week to even talk about any kind of Japanese candlestick on the weekly, just because there's 6 days left till this close. So, nasty bearish engulfing candle last week.
Wouldn't it make sense to fill it since we're so close? What are your thoughts on gap fills?
It's just a phenomenon. It's like Gartley's gap theory. Talked to someone about it yesterday. It's like there's just different types of gaps, and yeah, people just want to fill the gap. I don't know. It's like a sneeze. It's like, you know, when you want to sneeze but you can't sneeze yet, and you look over the light and you try to sneeze, right? Kind of the same thing.
Mitch, Maga.
Voltaire, thank you for the 1776 contribution. Much love. Session Top Jesus. Thank you, dude. Happy Labor Day to you as well. So do I think it will fill? I have no idea. Right? I don't think, right? I would think that there could be a way to get down there again, right? As I've been talking to you about on Bitcoin spot price, how it's like yeah, there's a little bit of divergence going on, and it's starting to play out a little bit of critical support, but it's like not, I mean, the MACD histogram makes you think it's, you know, you're going to run up, test 10,550 or 10,952, whatever, and then reverse there and come to double bottom or make a slightly lower low. And then when we do that, we make that really strong, discernible bullish divergence that cannot be disputed. And maybe by the time we get to like 98, 9600 to fill that gap on CME, we're showing that extreme amount of classic bullish divergence on the MACD, and maybe even some more on the RSI. And that's where we could reverse. So yeah, maybe the gap could fill, and that's how we get there. But again, man, I don't, you know, I'm not a fortune teller or anything, so. All right, so we got about 7 minutes to go to the daily close. Gonna hang around for that. I'm probably just gonna get out of here early. Not much. There's just not much going on, man. Not much going on, and I spent a decent amount of time scanning charts today. And it's a holiday, right? So I just really do wish there was something more I could give you in crypto, but it's like we're just not quite there yet for the real swing trader. It's just. Is there bearish divergence on the 4 on Bitcoin? I guess eventually. But see, the thing is, it could keep rallying, right? It could keep rallying, and the positive momentum could continue to build. So I would think that Bitcoin could easily at this point see 10,550 and or 10,952 on this rally if this RSI is to really play out, you know, some more. It could. I mean, but we already have back tested 10,550 as a resistance, you know, once, but I think you might do it again. I'm into finding charts that are like, that give me all I need, right? I don't have near enough here on Bitcoin. I don't have like a wave down, a very discernible wave up, and then a new discernible wave down. I don't have that W that I want. Like, you could argue and say this is a W, but high to low, a 236, it's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of, it's very tenuous right now. I mean, you think about this, outside the box thinking, just anchor point 1 and 2 here. Just think about like Bitcoin could run all the way up, test that, you know, some sort of supply line near the heart line. You go all the way up to 11.7, people think we're good again, and then it reverses, right? I mean, so many scenarios that can happen. Evidently rust on the moon, so that refutes arguments that maybe there was never any water on the moon, because I guess you had to have water or some sort of element for rust to appear. Same with water. I don't know. So yes, it's all the rave, the hype. Didn't even know about it until like I went live and I'm reading chat, you know. Thanks tells a lot.
Martin Mizugi super chatted $49.99. Thanks for going live on a holiday. Supporter of your show and your TA.
Dang, Martin, man. Thanks so much, dude. Seriously. Really, really appreciate that, dude. And thank you for supporting the stream as you have. Alright, and you continue to do. It means a lot. So, Martin, man, just going to Dash because, like, kind of the highlight on my watch list today, 8% up. What did it do? Went down and hit the extremely critical area, just like a lot of like Bitcoin Cash is at the same area. It has not yet bounced like Dash has, right? So you're just getting a common retrace for now. Testing some resistance at 76 bucks, just like that neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. That was a trade setup, right? Look what happened, man. From June 12th to July 27th, right? 6 weeks of pattern development. We need that much time sometimes to feel comfortable with a trade, and it's like the move just happened, and so yeah, you're getting some price action here, but look, a lower high in your previous highs. You don't know, right? The divergence, it looks like Bitcoin, but it's outperforming Bitcoin right now, you know. 2 minutes, chat, till your daily candle close. That's why I'm here. All right. This is your performer of the day. NEO is also up about 6%. So I think there's more upside on Bitcoin. I mean, you really think there could be, just to test 10,550 or 10,952. Those are the next targets to the upside, where there's real discernible resistance, where there would be sell orders. Where we are now, I don't know, man. Reversing now would be kind of weird, but it happens. Okay, so what is this? Like, it's a big range, right? Between $60, $64 and $88. And so you're in the dead middle of the range now. So, I mean, this could eventually meander on up and climb on up to $88 to test it as resistance again. So it's just not my type of, this is what I look for. not this. This is good though. I do like the price action correlation here. The springs, the back test, the springs. Okay. Cool thing is, I guess you're back inside the upsloping channel on Bitcoin, and there you go. It's like look, only it's, oh my god, man. Very good. Yeah, it's like we get a little spoiled, don't we? You know, the past couple months, there's been so much opportunity, and then we finally get some sort of correction here. And when corrections happen, we need more data, right? We need more time. More time, man. Yeah, we're still in a bull trend, technically, I think, until 9,200 is broken. Alright, once this major discernible swing low here is broken, yeah, we're screwed. But until then, you're okay. Really, being above, I mean, I don't think you want to break below 99.50, 9,600, man. That's, after that, it's over, dude. Yeah, you're back in the bear trend, but it's like midterm uptrend, short-term downtrend.
Can you look at CC, Cameras Company LLC? Thanks, Mitch.
Sure, capitalize. Thanks, man. Here, Jesus Challenge. New day. New day has been born, Joe. Join the live stream live with the bill. So thanks for the 1,000 people tuned in. Y'all amazing. Seriously. New daily candle, man. What was it again? What was the ticker? CC, I don't know if I can find that. Can I? Cocoa Futures is also CC. Okay, Camorge Company, yeah. Gotcha. Kind of interesting. Kind of. I need to start looking at Cocoa Futures more often. I never look at it. So this is the same thing, right? Angle descending broadening formation stuff, right? Maybe not, because you only got 2 touches on the bottom. That's okay. But that's visible on the daily too. There it is, right? I mean, horizontal line, sell wall, down sloping support. What about looking left? What we got going? Very, very nice. I like where this retrace, man. This is like deep retrace stuff. Well, let's just play outside the box real quick for fun. Oh my god, dude, 60%. Oh man. Oh, a little too deep. A little too deep, right? This is a Gartley. PCZ's right here. Fell below it. If Casey Stubbs was playing this, he'd have been taking losses, but if he held, he wouldn't have gotten stomped down and have been rallying. So, unconventional type harmonic stuff, we're at an 88% retrace. It looks like we got a reversal. So, this could, I mean, this goes back to 2016, man. So, if you were showing a right angled and descending broadening formation, a bullish reversal pattern, at a deep retrace like this is good, man. This is kind of stuff we want to see. Look at that, man. On the daily. So yeah, I mean, it just all depends. Will you hold $20.23 as support? You're trying to, but you're not really. You see, it's kind of like Bitcoin breaking the Three Gorges Dam. It's not really going anywhere after testing it. You've had a really nice run, almost straight line up. There's probably a demand line here. Yeah, look, you're holding the demand line. It's probably a channel, a really nice channel like the S&P 500, and you're holding. So targets really are on this. I mean, and it makes sense because there's just barely any resistance. I think your target for CC in time 41.86. I mean, it'd be position trade. It would be something you'd hold for weeks, maybe even months. Not bad. So again, though, right, we're looking for down here, right? We're looking for the PCZ to take our entry. That's the lowest risk. Now it's not the lowest risk, right? I mean, $10. It's doubled in value since not even the pattern. I mean, pattern completion zone was up here. 786. It did reverse a little bit for dummy again. So, either the 786 or the 886 is what we're looking for the entry. So, yeah, we missed out. on a viable entry. But yeah, man, look, I mean, June 2015 is where it IPO'd, and you're below that. You get, this kind of reminds me a little bit of KHC. So you get above 22 bucks, man. You're gonna have a minor support resistance at 25 bucks. After that, it could straight line up to 41.86. Okay, so there's just not. You're at the resistance, right? Okay, so good luck on CC. Industrial Specialties, chat. So it's like, not only were you at deep retrace areas, right? The value. Remember how Fibonacci works? It helps us. It is the tool that we use to perceive value. If you're an 88% retrace, that means on CC, from this lowest point to its highest point, there was an 88% sale on this asset. When there's an 88% sale on an asset, you're looking for sellers to be exhausted. That's where the oscillators come in. Very, very difficult, almost impossible here. You can't discern it on the MACD, but on the RSI, it's very, very clear, right? So, and weekly probably showed something too. Absolutely. Look at the weekly, man. Give me a freaking break. It's so good on the weekly that this very well could usher in a much greater run than where we are right now. Look at this, man. I mean, it's playing out. This is what got us. I mean, the weekly divergence here is what got us to $22. Is how we doubled up in price on this asset. So you can clearly see, oh, there's a resistance here. You know, we break it, 25 bucks. You break it, break 25 bucks, $41 fast, right? That's it. This is what dreams can be made of. This is why you time scale up. You look for the weekly and the daily to show an edge, and then you go to the 4 hour to show an edge too, and that's where you take your entry. That's where one would take their entry. Okay. Nice. Hopefully that helped, dude. Thank you. Look, keep your eye on it. Yep. Shot alert. Breaks resistance, man. Could be off. It's a simple formula. Well, whoops. All right. Okay. So again, it's Labor Day. It's a holiday, man. I put in some work today for patrons, just scanning, looking for opportunity. I know what I'm doing at Open tomorrow. It'll be fun. Just gonna give it a shot, you know. Low risk, high reward opportunities out there. Let's see what happens. Bitcoin held above 99.50 quite well for multiple days now. Your negative momentum is just finally waning again. And you think eventually bulls will take the ball back, and until you fall below, like literally, until you fall below this July this year 9200 area, you could make the argument of hidden bullish divergence, right? That's the discernible previous histogram island. This is all the same one, right? So one island, two islands, different impulses too. That's exactly what real textbook divergence is. It's not just, it's different waves of the price. Versus, oh, it's the same histogram island, but it's diverging. Yes, sure, you could say it's definitively diverging, but it is not the textbook classic divergence or hidden divergence for this matter that we're looking for. This would be closer to it. All right. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all coming out today. I really do wish there was more to talk about. I wish that Bitcoin and a lot of these cryptos were showing a clear, discernible, amazing edge for us to be kings. Like we're showing hidden bullish divergence on the daily and then classic divergence on the 4 hour. We're showing 3 rising valleys after 10 plus weeks of crap price action. I mean, inverse head and shoulders, we just don't have any of that yet, and until we do, I just can't be comfortable talking about a real major versus the upside. This is all you got. The only hopium you can smoke right now is maybe hidden bullish divergence, maybe just too much time in the negative on the histogram island, and it might just be time again for bulls to take the ball back, which they just haven't seen the ball since August 10th, just like gold. So anyway.
Is that a joint?
No, it's hopium, dude. It's just a little hopium, Elon. All right. Really, really appreciate y'all. Best community out there. Your support means everything. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect.